Let's close our eyes and lengthen through the spine. Let the crown of the head lift towards the ceiling. The chin is pressed in and back like a soldier at attention, and the shoulders are relaxed and down. The shoulder blades move down your back as the chest gently rises. The diaphragm is relaxed and the hips are relaxed, and the breath becomes long, slow, and deep. And as the breath slows down, the mind slows down and the focus turns inward. We prepare for this journey by setting an intention. And we'll anchor that intention in with the word Om, the sound of creation. Rubbing the hands together. Thumbs come pressed into the sternum. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling completely. And inhaling to Om. 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 Inhale, suspend the breath, mentally vibrate Om within your being, and exhale. Let's just bring our hands down to the sides here. To the rhythm of our breath, we're going to inhale, bringing the hands above the head, palms to touch, and then exhale, just bringing them down. So whenever your exhale is done, your hands are down. Inhaling up. So taking your time to fill the breath and bring the hands up and down. So at the same pace, you're breathing. The hands are moving up and the hands are moving down on the exhale. Softening the jaw, softening the forehead. And release. You're going to bring the left knee up and the right arm up. This is your inhale. And exhale, right knee up, left arm up. So just back side to side here, opposites. Now, keep that navel engaged so you're not slouching into your lower back when you do this. So you have a nice firm core. And release. Hands on the thighs. Let's just roll our shoulders up, back, down, and around. Big circles here. Taking as much time as you need. Let's reverse direction. And then go ahead and relax. Just close your eyes, take some deep breaths. Feel your connection to the earth through the bottoms of your feet. Feel your connection to the heavens through the crown of the head. You are the conduit that connects heaven and earth. Let's bring our hands out to the sides, and we're just going to draw little circles with our wrists. Might be little crunchy sounds that you hear. There are in mine. And then reverse direction. And then press your palms out to the sides here so that your fingertips are facing back towards in each other so that you're really feeling a nice stretch on the bottom of that wrist. Now press the hands back towards the wall behind you. Keep your chest lifted. The shoulder blades move down your back. The back of the neck is nice and long, and you're breathing here. And go ahead and release. And then once again, roll your shoulders 3 times in one direction, and then reverse and roll those shoulders 3 times in the other direction. And relax. Okay, hands on your thighs, feet connected to the earth, crown of the head lifted towards the heavens. Deep breaths. Okay, let's bring our chin to our chest. Pick a direction and slowly rotate your head around in a circle. Inhaling at the top of the circle and exhaling at the bottom of the circle. Letting the breath power the motion. And then reverse direction. And now come back to center. Hands stay on the thighs, and we're just going to do Sufi grind, grinding around in a circle. So drawing a circle with your belly button. Inhaling at the front of the circle and exhaling at the back of the circle. Softening the jaw, softening the forehead. Now reverse direction. Noticing the difference. Keep breathing, keep moving. And now inhale to center. Hands on the thighs. Connect to the earth through the bottoms of your feet. Connect to the heavens through the crown of your head. Deep breaths. Let's go ahead and begin to flex the spine now. Taking your time, being as exaggerated as you want. The more exaggerated you are in this flex, the slower I want you to go. And now inhale to center, once again, connecting to the earth, through the bottoms of your feet, connecting to the heavens, through the crown of your head. Feel the crown of the head reach towards the sky. Let's go ahead and do some side stretching. So the left forearm is above the left knee, right arm swings up and over. Pull that navel in as we lift up and then reach to the other side. Side to side here. Keep that navel pulled in. You're using those side waist muscles to lift and to lower. And release back down. Let's scooch back in our chair and then face left. Grabbing a hold of the back of the chair, lifting the chest, lengthening the spine, and then twisting to the left. Long, slow, deep breaths here. Keep the spine long, the chest lifted, your feet firmly planted on the ground. Deep breaths. Twist a little bit more. And then go ahead and release. Staying facing the left, hands on the thighs. Let's do a couple more spinal flexes. And let's face forward now. Keep our butt scooched back in our chair, open our legs nice and wide, and then come, bringing our hands gently to the floor. Head and neck and shoulders are just hanging here. You're just lightly supporting yourself with your hands. Deep breaths. Walking your hands a little forward if that's available and appropriate, and just really let the whole upper body hang. Now walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Take your right hand above the right knee, the left hand above the left knee. Tuck the chin in, pull the navel in, and round up. Let's go ahead and switch to the right now. Grabbing a hold of the back of the chair, lifting the chest, lengthening the spine. Now twist to the right. Long, slow, deep breath here. Keep the spine long, the chest lifted. Go ahead and twist a little bit more. And release back to the left side here, hands on the thighs. And let's flex the spine forward and back. And come back to the center of your chair now. Opening the legs wide again, scooching way back, and then dropping your hands down. And this time, if it's available, crossing your arms and just letting gravity do all of the work here. Drop your hands. Bring your right hand above the right knee, the left hand above the left knee. Tuck the chin in, pull the navel in, and round up. You can scooch up a little bit. Bring your feet firmly on the ground. I want you to stay this way, but I'm going to show you from the side what I want us to do. We're going to do a forward fold. I don't know if I can do it from the side. Let me see if I can articulate it in such a way that you understand. We're just going to do so we're going to bring our arms above our head on our inhale, pull our navel in towards the spine, exhale, and lead with the heart, hinge from the hips as we lengthen forward and down. And then tuck the chin in, pull the navel in, and just slowly round up. And bringing our arms up, pull the navel in, and lengthening forward and down. Just taking your time here. And then stay up this time. Okay, so we're gonna do a seated sun salutation. So I'll walk you through this super slowly. Our hands are gonna be in a prayer here. This is our inhale. We're going to sweep our arms up, palms to touch above our head. Now exhale, sweep the hands down, but again, diving forward, grasping behind the calves or the ankles. Now placing your hands on your shins and you're just gonna arch up halfway. Beautiful. And then exhale, lengthen back down. And then release the hands to the side again. Pull that navel in as you sweep the hands up. Palms to touch above the head. And exhale back into prayer pose. Why don't you watch me do it once real quick like? So just stay there and just watch. I'm going to inhale and then exhale. Just stay there. Hands on the shins, arching up, exhaling down. Inhale, sweeping the hands back up, palms to touch, and exhale, prayer pose. Okay, bring your hands back together. Inhale, sweeping the hands up above the head, palm to touch. Exhale, leading with the heart, hinging from the hips as you exhale, lengthen down, grasping behind the calves or the ankles, and then lengthening over your thighs here. Then move your hands to your shins and you're gonna lift up halfway. Exhale, lengthen back down. Inhale, sweep the hands up. I've really got my navel pulled into my spine. I'm lifting from that core, hands to touch above the head, and exhale back into prayer pose. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, palms to touch above the head. Exhale, diving down, grasping behind the calves or the ankles. Inhale, arching up halfway. Exhale, lengthening back down. Now inhale, really pull that navel into the spine as you lift yourself back up, palms to touch, and exhale back into prayer pose. Last time. Inhale, palms to touch above the head. Exhale, diving down, grasping behind the calves or the ankles. Inhale, hands on shins, arching up halfway. Exhale, lengthening back down. Inhale, diving up, palms to touch, and exhale, prayer pose. Go ahead and release hands on the thighs, connect to the earth through the bottoms of your feet. Connect to the heavens through the crown of the head. Take a few deep breaths here. Okay, I'm going to turn to the side, but you guys can stay facing forward. Okay, we're going to bring that right heel forward, toes pointed back. That left foot and left knee and ankle are just in alignment. My hands are on the thighs. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine, and press the heart towards the wall in front of you. Your hand can be either above the knee or below the knee. That's Rocky the rooster, if you can hear him making a lot of noise. I like to keep my navel slightly engaged to support my lower back here. The back of the neck is, shut up, Rocky. The back of the neck is nice and long. Deep, deep breaths. Feeling a nice stretch in the back of the leg. Try to go a little deeper if you can by lengthening forward and down. Okay, tuck that chin in, pull the navel in, and round up 1 vertebrae at a time. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Left heel comes out, toe pointed back. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine, and press that heart towards the wall in front of you. Deep, deep breaths. Try to go a little deeper by lengthening forward and down. Okay, tuck the chin in, pull the navel in, and round up one vertebrae at a time. Put both feet underneath your knees here, hands on the thighs, and just begin to flex the spine forward and back. Okay, let's come standing, my darlings. Hands are on the waist, feet are about shoulder distance apart. You're just going to draw big circles with your hips. Inhaling at the front of the circle, exhaling at the back of the circle. And now let's reverse direction. And now come back to center. Walk your feet in a little bit so that they're about 2 fist distance apart here. And then you're going to pull the navel in slightly, feel your feet connected to the earth, feel the crown of the head lifted towards the heavens. Arms are just like lead weights beside the body. And you're just, again, you're slightly pulling that navel in. And we're going to just go from side to side. Pull that navel in to lift up. Just getting a nice side bend here. Now add your arms, sweeping your arms. Really engaging those obliques, those side waist muscles. And inhale back to center. We are supposed to work on our liver today. I don't know if any of you were naughty with food or alcohol yesterday, but we are supposed to work on our liver. So hands back on the waist. And so before we did the hips, we're going to actually make circles from the waist. So you're going to pick a direction, come down, lifting up, using that core strength, leaning back. Big circles with your torso, with the top of your body, taking your time. These are also very good for trimming your waistline. If anybody gets a little nauseous, you're going to stop and just take some deep breaths. This is really giving those internal organs a nice massage. Let's reverse direction. And this is especially squeezing out toxins from the liver and the spleen. And now coming back to center, lifting up, kind of shaking it out a little bit. Come seated again while I move my camera. Oh, my head's cut off, but I think that's okay. Okay, we're going to take the right ankle above the left knee, grab a hold of the top of the foot and just draw circles here. And then reverse direction. And then press down on the top of the foot. And then press down on the back of the toes. And then release. And I am anal, and so it bothers me that my head's cut off. I can move this a little bit. Now watch my feet. Oh, okay, I'm there again. Okay. Okay, so right hand on the inside of the right knee, left hand on the inside of that right ankle. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine, press the heart towards the wall in front of you, getting a nice deep stretch in that right hip. Deep breaths here. Try to go a little deeper by pressing the heart towards the wall in front of you. Okay, tuck the chin in, pull the navel in, and round up. We're just going to cross that right knee right over. Take our left hand on the outside of the right knee, bring our right hand behind us, lift the chest, lengthen our spine, and twist. You can use this left hand as a lever to press against that outside of that right knee. Deep breaths here, just a gentle twist here. We won't be here long. And gently come back to center. Uncross that leg, and we're going to take this left ankle above the right knee. Start drawing little circles with our ankle. And switching direction. And now go ahead and press down on the top of that foot. Press back on the bottom of the foot. Okay, let's take that right hand on the inside of the left ankle, left hand on the inside of that left knee, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, inhaling deeply, and exhale. Press the heart towards the wall in front of you. Deep breaths here. My right knee and my right ankle are stacked on top of each other here, just for stability. This side feels different. This side is a lot tighter for me, so I'm not able to go down as far. Try to go a little deeper if you can. Deep breaths. Okay, tuck the chin in, pull the navel in, lift up, just cross that left knee over the right now. Right hand is on the outside of the left knee, left hand comes in behind. I'm actually having my hand pressed right behind my glutes here. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine and twist. I'm using my right hand as a lever against the outside of that left knee. Keeping the back of the neck nice and long. And go ahead and come back to center and release. We are going to do our lunge poses. Let's face to the left, so that left butt cheek is resting on your chair while the right toes come back, right heel towards the wall behind you, left knee and left ankle just stacked on top of each other. Got my right hand on my waist and my left hand on the back of my chair, and I'm lifting my chest and pressing my heart towards the ceiling. Deep breaths. Try to go a little deeper by pressing the heart even further back or further up, or even walking those right toes back a little bit. And then go ahead and release, sweeping that right foot forward, and go ahead, switching sides, right foot cheek on your chair, left foot starts to walk back, you're on your toes, left heel pressed to the wall behind you, left hand on your waist, right hand on your chair, lift the heart towards the ceiling. Notice the difference on this side versus the other side. Maybe try to walk those left toes back a little farther, or press the heart even further towards the ceiling. Whatever's going to get you to get a deep stretch in the psoas muscle and on top of this left thigh. Go ahead and sweep this left foot forward, come seated on your chair, hands on your thighs. Let's just do a couple more spinal flexes. And let's come into our relaxation. So scooch back, get comfortable. No need to sit perfectly straight. You can be slouchy if you want to, whatever's going to make you feel relaxed. We're going to go on a little journey. Close your eyes. Settle in. Now imagine you're outside on a beautiful, warm, sunny day, lying in a softly swaying hammock, just enjoying the gentle breeze and the sunshine. Looking up at the sky, you see a few puffy white clouds floating leisurely by. And you notice how blue and expansive the sky is. You wonder what it would be like to float through the sky on a puffy white cloud. Would it be the same as swinging in your hammock, or would it be completely different? You decide to find out for yourself. Using your imagination, you project yourself into the sky, onto that puffy white cloud. feeling free and light, weightless, unrestrained by gravity. You're floating along, carefree and happy. The cloud supports you with a cushiony softness that is unlike anything you've ever experienced. As the clouds float along, directed by unseen universal winds, you begin to wonder where it's going. But this thought doesn't really concern you. You're quite content to just go with the flow, to be completely here, now, in the present moment, to experience the calm, relaxing feeling of simply floating on the gentle breeze. Every once in a while, you peer over the side of the cloud and look down at the earth, knowing you can return at any time and that you're perfectly safe where you are. Even though the cloud seems to be drifting in the wind, you know there's a universal direction it follows, a natural flow of energy, and that this cloud has its own purpose for being. You wonder what that purpose might be, and you merge your consciousness with the cloud's consciousness to discover its reason for existence. Surprisingly, the cloud has a lot to say. Seemingly floating aimlessly along, it has seen and experienced many wonderful and magical things. It has traveled the world in many forms, sometimes as the puffy white cloud it is now, floating softly in a gentle breeze, sometimes disappearing and dissipating in the light of the sun, reappearing when it draws moisture from the earth, being nourished from its physical source. Sometimes it appears as a dark, black cloud, rolling and roaring through the sky as it thunders and creates lightning, invigorating and energizing the earth, sometimes pouring rain, and other times giving a gentle shower of rain, sharing nourishment with the earth. You become aware that even though at times it may seem that your life appears to be like this puffy white cloud, as it is expressing itself at this moment, seemingly drifting aimlessly along, that there is a unique and very special purpose that you have in life, and that perhaps you're just floating along for the moment, either relaxing or gathering information and energy that will manifest in another form for a particular purpose. Perfectly content to travel gently on this puffy white cloud in the sky, you continue to float along, thinking your thoughts and knowing that everything you do and experience is part of a perfect plan you've created for yourself, and that all the events in your life have a very special purpose and meaning and a reason for existence. There are many other things that this cloud can tell you and share with you, and many special, magical things that it can show and offer you. You smile to yourself, thinking that this cloud is your magic carpet ride to anywhere you want to go, and it is also a mentor for your thoughts. Just like the cloud, you're going with the flow, sometimes merging with other clouds, sometimes floating free and alone, just enjoying the journey of being here now, in the present moment. You think about how wonderful and free this cloud is, about how wonderful and free you are. Suddenly, you're back in your hammock, swaying softly in the gentle breeze, looking up at the puffy white clouds in the sky, knowing the mysteries of your mind and how powerful and truly awesome your awareness is. You smile to yourself, knowing that you've discovered something very wonderful and magical. You've discovered that your consciousness exists separately from your physical body, and that your thoughts are free to travel on the energy of air inside what appears to be a cushiony white mist of illusion in the sky. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And take some deep breaths in, maybe move your shoulders, whatever feels like you're gently awakening yourself. Bringing your hands together into a prayer at the heart space. Inhaling deeply. And as you exhale, bring your chin towards your chest, bowing to the light within yourself and to the light within each other. Namaste.